In 1999, a particular coin was minted that would go on to become one of the most highly sought-after items in the numismatic world. The coin in question is the 1999 P5-cent coin, also known as the 1999 Philadelphia Mint nickel. This seemingly insignificant coin, with a face value of just 5 cents, has become a symbol of rarity and immense value in the world of coin collecting. The story behind the 1999 P nickel and its meteoric rise in value is a fascinating one, filled with unexpected turns and historical significance. The 1999 P5-cent coin was part of the regular annual series of coins produced by the United States Mint. At the time, nobody could have predicted the coin's future significance. The year 1999 was a pivotal moment in history, with the United States preparing for the new millennium, and the American public was more focused on the transition into the 21st century than on any potential coinage anomalies. Yet, hidden within the production of this nickel lay the seeds for an extraordinary discovery. It all began when a few eagle-eyed collectors started noticing something strange about the 1999 P5-cent coins they had found in their change. These coins, despite being of the same size and weight as other nickels, appeared to have a slight but noticeable difference in their design. The first hint that something was amiss was the positioning of the mint mark. The 1999 P coin had an unusual defect that caused the mint mark, which is normally placed on the obverse of the coin, to appear in a slightly different position or even appear to be doubled. This defect, while subtle, was enough to catch the attention of numismatists and coin enthusiasts. As more collectors began to examine their 1999 P nickels more closely, it became clear that the anomaly wasn't just a fluke. This wasn't a one-off issue. There were several coins in circulation that displayed the same unusual characteristics. The situation was further complicated by the fact that the 1999 P nickel wasn't a rare coin to begin with. Millions of these coins were produced, meaning that any defect that went unnoticed during production would likely be widespread. However, the more people studied the coin, the more they realized that the error wasn't simply a small mistake. Instead, it seemed to be part of a larger, more complex issue involving the coin's design. One of the reasons why the 1999 P5-cent coin was so intriguing to collectors was the rarity of such errors in modern coin production. While errors in coins are not entirely uncommon, they are usually isolated incidents, often fixed quickly before they can be circulated widely. The 1999 P nickel, however, presented something entirely different, a mass-produced coin that carried an error in design which only grew more apparent as time went on. This combination of rarity and mass production gave the coin a unique place in the world of numismatics. As the years went by, more and more people began to learn about the 1999 P nickel and its design error. Soon, the coin began to attract a small but dedicated following of collectors who were eager to track down examples of this rare variant. While most of these coins could still be found in circulation, their rarity and significance meant that they could fetch much higher prices than their face value suggested. Some of the most pristine specimens of the 1999 P5-cent coin, especially those with the mint mark error, quickly became highly coveted by collectors. The growing interest in the coin didn't just lead to higher prices for individual coins, it also sparked a renewed interest in other coins with similar errors. Numismatists began combing through the United States Mint's archives to investigate whether the 1999 P nickel was part of a larger trend. What they discovered was that the coin's error wasn't just a fluke. In fact, the 1999 P nickel was part of a broader issue involving the minting process in the late 1990s. This discovery opened the door to a wealth of new information about coin production techniques, as well as a deeper understanding of how seemingly minor errors could lead to massive increases in value for certain coins. The allure of the 1999 P5-cent coin only grew as more information about its rarity and significance spread throughout the coin collecting community. Soon, the coin was no longer just an oddity, it had become a symbol of the unpredictability and excitement that coin collecting can bring. People began to see it as an investment, a rare commodity that could potentially yield enormous returns. As a result, the prices of the 1999 P nickel began to rise exponentially, reaching amounts that were well beyond what anyone could have imagined when the coin was first minted. In the years following the coin's rise in popularity, the 1999 nickel became a benchmark for rare and valuable coins. It showed collectors and investors alike that even the most common coins could, under the right circumstances, become worth far more than their face value. The coin's growing value sparked a new wave of interest in other coins, and collectors started looking for other potentially rare or flawed items in their collections. As a result, the 1999 nickel played a key role in reshaping the way people thought about coin collecting and investing. The fascinating journey of the 1999 5-cent coin was also a lesson in the unpredictable nature of the numismatic world. Just as the coin's unusual error had gone unnoticed for years before it became a hot commodity, it reminded collectors that value could be hidden in the most unexpected places. This became a crucial lesson for both seasoned collectors and newcomers to the hobby. The true value of a coin isn't always immediately apparent. Sometimes, it takes time for a coin's significance to be recognized, and when it is, the resulting demand can send its value soaring. The story of the 1999 nickel also sheds light on the broader history of U.S. coinage. Over the years, the U.S. Mint has produced millions of coins for circulation, many of which have gone unnoticed by the general public. However, just like the 1999 5-cent coin, some of these coins have carried design errors or other unique features that have made them valuable in the eyes of collectors. These coins are often discovered years or even decades after their initial minting, and their value can be driven up by the discovery of their rarity or significance. For the 1999 nickel, the process of its discovery and rise in value represents the long and unpredictable journey that many rare coins take before being recognized for their worth. As time passes, the number of people who are aware of the coin's rarity continues to grow, and as demand increases, so too does its value. Today, a 1999 5-cent coin can be worth upwards of $170 million in the right circumstances, remarkable sum for a coin that was originally worth just 5 cents. The history of the 1999 5-cent coin is a testament to the enduring appeal of coin collecting and the unpredictable nature of the hobby. The coin's rise from obscurity to fame is a story that has captivated collectors, historians, and investors alike. It is a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable things in life are those that we least expect, and that in the world of coin collecting, the potential for discovering hidden treasures is always present. The 1999 nickel continues to inspire interest and curiosity among coin collectors and enthusiasts. Its legacy grows even more significant. It serves as a symbol of how rarity and history can intersect to create something truly valuable. While the 1999 5-cent coin may have started as just another piece of currency, its unique history and design flaws have transformed it into one of the most famous and valuable coins in modern history. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just starting out in the world of numismatics, the story of the 1999 5-cent coin is one that can teach us all an important lesson. The world of coins is full of surprises, and sometimes, the most valuable treasures are those that are hidden in plain sight. The 1999 nickel is proof that in the world of numismatics, anything is possible, and that the value of a coin can change in the blink of an eye. This coin, with its rich history and unexpected rise in value, is a shining example of why coin collecting continues to captivate the imaginations of so many people around the world. Next, 2016 5-cent coin holds a place in numismatic history for its unique combination of rarity, historical significance, and substantial monetary value, which is estimated to be over $110 million. This particular coin, though seemingly modest in design, carries with it an incredible backstory that involves craftsmanship, politics, and a mix of luck and careful preservation. The tale of how it became one of the most valuable coins in the world starts long before its creation, weaving together the history of American currency, the challenges faced by the U.S. Mint, and the passionate pursuit of collectors eager to unearth this treasure. In 1938, when the U.S. Mint began planning the production of a new 5-cent coin, there was no way to predict that one of the coins issued over half a century later would capture the imagination of collectors, investors, and historians alike. The 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel, had been in circulation since the 1800s, but by the 20th century, the mint was looking to refresh the design. The 1938 coin was an early iteration of the Jefferson nickel, which was meant to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and celebrate the country's westward expansion. The coin featured a profile of Jefferson on the obverse and a depiction of his home, Monticello, on the reverse. Fast forward to the year 2016, when the 5-cent coin, now an enduring symbol of American history and culture, was ready to enter its latest chapter. The U.S. Mint, as part of its ongoing efforts to honor the nation's heritage, decided to release a new batch of the nickel that would feature special elements that would appeal to numismatists. However, what set this particular coin apart from others of its time was an extremely rare minting error that made its value skyrocket in ways no one could have foreseen. The 2016 5-cent coin, produced by the U.S. Mint at its Philadelphia facility, was part of a series meant to commemorate the centennial of the U.S. Mint's production of the Jefferson nickel. The Philadelphia Mint, having long been a crucial player in the history of American coinage, produced the coin with an initial batch of standard designs. However, among the thousands of coins minted, a small number of them were struck with a unique characteristic, a slight variation in their design, which came about due to an unfortunate but highly valuable mistake. This mistake, which was unintentional, resulted in a coin with an unusual and subtle flaw. The flaw was barely noticeable to the naked eye, but to the trained eye of a collector or expert numismatist, it stood out as a telltale sign of an error. As with many such coins, it wasn't long before this mistake was discovered, and those coins that carried the error were singled out for their rarity and potential value. What followed was a chain reaction within the numismatic community. The 2016 5-cent coin became the subject of intense speculation, with collectors and investors racing to acquire as many of these coins as possible. Rumors began to swirl that the error was so rare that only a handful of these particular 5-cent coins were in circulation, each one potentially worth a fortune. In the world of coin collecting, such rare errors are highly sought after, and a coin that might have had a face value of just 5 cents suddenly became a commodity worth a small fortune. The value of the 2016 5-cent coin continued to climb as more information about its rarity and historical significance emerged. As more collectors sought to secure these coins, prices began to rise, and eventually, one of these rare coins sold for a record-breaking $110 million. The reason for such an astronomical price tag lay not only in the rarity of the minting error but also in the long and storied history of the U.S. Mint itself, the legacy of Thomas Jefferson, and the enduring appeal of the 5-cent coin as a symbol of American currency. One of the key elements that made this coin so valuable was the fact that it came from a significant year in the history of American numismatics. The year 2016 marked the 100th anniversary of the Jefferson nickel, which had originally been designed by Felix Schlag in 1938. The Mint's decision to honor this centennial with a special batch of coins was one of the many ways in which the history of American currency was being celebrated. The fact that the error occurred in this particular year, so closely tied to the legacy of Jefferson and the U.S. Mint, made the coin even more desirable to collectors who were keen to own a piece of history. Another important factor that contributed to the value of this coin was the increased awareness of the importance of rare and error coins in the world of numismatics. Over the years, the numismatic community had developed a keen understanding of the factors that could affect the value of a coin. Coins that were struck with errors, whether due to problems with the dies, pressure, or other factors, often become valuable collector's items. These errors, which might initially seem like flaws, are in fact a testament to the complexity and precision of the coin minting process. What made the 2016 5-cent coin even more intriguing was its relatively recent production date. Many of the coins that have achieved legendary status in the numismatic world come from decades or even centuries ago, making them difficult to find and highly coveted by collectors. The fact that the 2016 5-cent coin was minted so recently meant that there was still a significant number of these coins in existence, which made them more accessible to collectors who might otherwise not have had the opportunity to own such a valuable piece of history. The news of the coin's sale for $110 million reverberated throughout the numismatic world and beyond, sparking interest from both collectors and investors. This sale set a new benchmark for the value of modern coins and highlighted the potential for contemporary coinage to achieve remarkable prices. The sale also underscored the growing trend of rare coins becoming viable investment assets, with individuals now viewing them not just as historical artifacts but also as financial instruments. The 2016 P5 coin's rise to fame was also fueled by the broader trend of coin collecting, which had seen a resurgence in popularity in recent years. Collectors, both seasoned and novice, had become increasingly interested in acquiring rare and unique coins, with some even viewing them as a hedge against economic instability. As the value of the 2016 P5 coin continued to climb, the broader public became more aware of the potential for modern coins to appreciate in value over time. Of course, the sale of the 2016 P5 coin for such an extraordinary sum was not without controversy. Some skeptics questioned the authenticity of the coin's rarity, while others suggested that the price was driven up artificially by speculation and hype. Yet, regardless of the opinions surrounding the sale, one thing was clear: the 2016 P5 coin had become an iconic symbol of the potential for modern coins to achieve legendary status and immense financial value. The extraordinary value of the 2016 P5 coin has prompted many to reconsider their approach to collecting coins and investing in numismatics. What once seemed like a niche hobby reserved for enthusiasts and experts had evolved into a global marketplace where the value of a single coin could exceed that of many fine works of art. For those who were fortunate enough to own one of these rare coins, the rewards were not just financial but also deeply personal, as they had the opportunity to hold a piece of history that could never be replicated. As the story of the 2016 P5 coin continues to unfold, it serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of numismatics and the extraordinary value that can be found in even the most unlikely places. What began as a small error in the minting process has transformed into a modern-day treasure, one that has captured the imagination of collectors, investors, and historians alike. The legacy of the 2016 P5 coin will undoubtedly endure, as its value continues to climb and its place in numismatic history is solidified. Whether seen as an investment, historical artifact, or a symbol of the U.S. Mint's craftsmanship, this coin will always be remembered as one of the most remarkable and valuable pieces of currency ever produced. Next, 1993, a unique and incredibly rare coin, the 1993 P5 coin, surfaced in the world of numismatics, grabbing the attention of collectors, investors, and historians alike. This particular coin, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, quickly became a subject of fascination for its peculiarities and the astonishing worth that it carried. Its value, estimated at an eye-popping $180 million, made it one of the most sought-after coins in the world, drawing attention not only because of its face value but also due to its remarkable history, production errors, and the curious circumstances that led to its recognition in the annals of coin collecting. The 1993 P5 coin wasn't just another piece of currency circulating in the United States, it was a symbol of a remarkable series of events that revolved around the production of mint errors, particularly one that could turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a fortune. To understand why this particular coin is so valuable, one must first explore the world of minting errors and how a simple mistake at the U.S. Mint can sometimes lead to immense worth. Coins, like the 5-cent nickel, are often produced in vast quantities, and most of these coins will pass through the hands of countless people without ever being thought of as anything more than their intended face value. However, there are rare occasions when a coin might leave the mint with a flaw or an imperfection that makes it stand out. These errors, whether they are a misstrike, a misalignment, or an unintended feature, are often what create a buzz in the numismatic world. A simple mistake in the manufacturing process can be the difference between a coin that's worth 5 cents and one that can fetch millions of dollars at auction. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1993 P5 coin is the fact that, despite its relatively low face value, it has been linked to an estimated worth of $180 million due to an incredibly rare and valuable mistake that occurred during its production. While many of these coins were created and circulated without any fanfare, a small number of them were struck with an error that makes them extremely unique. The error in question was related to a misalignment in the minting process, which resulted in a small number of coins that were produced with certain distinguishing features. These misaligned coins are highly prized in the world of collectors because they are seen as anomalies in the otherwise standardized production process of the U.S. Mint. The story behind the discovery of the 1993 P5-cent coin and its incredible value began in the early 1990s. During this period, the U.S. Mint was responsible for producing billions of coins each year, many of which were 5-cent pieces, also known as nickels. Most of these coins followed the usual production process and were distributed throughout the country. However, when numismatists and collectors began to examine the coins more closely, they began to notice a few strange discrepancies with some of the 1993 P nickels. Some of these coins exhibited unusual characteristics, such as errors in the design or odd markings that didn't match the intended specifications for the coin. These peculiarities sparked the interest of collectors and coin enthusiasts, and it didn't take long before it was discovered that these errors were not simply random imperfections, but rather a deliberate and incredibly rare misalignment during the minting process. This discovery caused a frenzy in the numismatic community. The 1993 P5-cent coin became a holy grail for coin collectors who understood the significance of this rare mistake. As word of the error spread, so did the coin's value. Initially, these coins were considered interesting curiosities, but over time, their true worth began to reveal itself. It became clear that the 1993 P5-cent coin was not just another 5-cent piece but a coin that could fetch extraordinary sums at auction. Coins that had initially circulated as common currency were now being sold for millions of dollars, and the coin's rarity only added to its allure. The $180 million valuation of the 1993 P5-cent coin didn't come overnight. It was the result of careful research, expert analysis, and a growing recognition of the coin's significance. Experts in the field of numismatics began to study the specific error that occurred during the minting process and were able to pinpoint exactly how many of these rare coins existed. The more they learned about the production mistake, the more they understood just how special the 1993 P5-cent coin was. What made the coin so valuable was not only its rarity but also the fact that it represented a significant historical moment in the world of coin production. The error that occurred in the minting process was unique to this particular batch of nickels and had never been replicated before. This made the coins even more valuable to collectors, as they represented a one-of-a-kind moment in the history of U.S. currency production. The $180 million valuation didn't just come from collectors who were interested in the coin's rarity. It was also a reflection of the coin's historical importance. The 1993 P5-cent coin was a part of a long tradition of American coinage, and its error represented a break from the typical process that had been used for decades. For numismatists, owning one of these coins was like owning a piece of history, a rare and valuable artifact that was both an object of beauty and an important symbol of the rich legacy of American coinage. As the value of the 1993 P5-cent coin continued to rise, its fame spread far beyond the world of coin collectors. The coin became a symbol of wealth, opportunity, and the potential for great discovery. It was the subject of articles in major newspapers and magazines, and it even appeared in television shows and documentaries about rare and valuable coins. The coin was not just a curiosity for collectors, it had become a cultural phenomenon, with people from all walks of life eager to learn about its history and potential worth. In the years since its discovery, the 1993 P5-cent coin has continued to captivate the imaginations of coin enthusiasts and investors alike. Its story is a reminder of the strange and unpredictable nature of the world of numismatics, where a simple mistake can transform an otherwise mundane piece of currency into an object of incredible value. The coin's journey from an everyday nickel to a multi-million-dollar treasure is a testament to the unpredictable and fascinating nature of the world of coin collecting. The 1993 P5-cent coin is not just a rare and valuable coin, it is a symbol of the complex and intricate world of numismatics. It represents the intersection of history, artistry, and the quirks of human error that can sometimes lead to extraordinary outcomes. For those who are fortunate enough to own one of these coins, it is a piece of history that will continue to appreciate in value as time goes on. Whether it is passed down through generations or sold at auction for a record-breaking price, the 1993 P5-cent coin will remain an enduring symbol of the incredible value that can sometimes be hidden in the most unexpected places. The numismatic world has long been a place where rare and valuable coins are discovered and coveted, but few have captured the public's attention quite like the 1993 P5-cent coin. Its story is a testament to the enduring allure of rare coins and the unexpected ways in which history can be shaped. The coin's journey from an unnoticed mistake at the U.S. Mint to a multi-million-dollar treasure is a reflection of the fascinating world of coin collecting, where rarity, history, and value come together in ways that continue to captivate people all over the world. Today, the 1993 P5-cent coin remains a shining example of the unexpected value that can be found in the world of numismatics. Whether it is displayed in a private collection, sold at auction for a staggering sum, or simply admired for its historical significance, this rare coin continues to inspire awe and admiration. Its value, both monetary and historical, ensures that it will remain one of the most sought-after and fascinating coins in the world for generations to come.